want to make the headlines by beating the Phobians on their birthday. Remember, that game is on tomorrow, same platform. Our build-up obviously starts at 2, and the Phobians will kick off at 3. Yeah, Felix, let's move on a little bit. Today's game, Kotoko in a very, very tight situation.
Well, it's a must-win game for them. There are a lot of troubles around the Kokopan Warriors this week. We saw Dr. Prosper Ogum, organizing a presser and stating some of this.
Right, yes, I'm Kawana Yamada from Korea Sawa Sports Channel. Yes, Samatex versus Kumasi Asante Kotoko SC, 3 p.m. sharp. Na Kevin so ultimate at Instruction versus RTU, Bechem United versus Bofakatano, Dreams FC versus Great Olympics. House of Folk watching Sunday match and was live on Transports GH on Legon City's Mediama versus Brekun Chelsea Nations FC versus House of Lion Afi Adriana versus Ghost as Nadia Floor and swear by me that she come on. Ariamona Constance down quite in the great yes, all in Chiaba. Greetings. Yes, Madam Constance Damqua me also be big. See the standings and also Tiariana Stars. Eddie Can with 18 points over 9 games in Swatraman FC. Etosumiano 16 also about 9 games. Mediama Soccer Club and Sotosomiansa 16 also about 9 games. Great Olympics 15 points. Bofakatano etosun with 14 points. Samatex etosun with yes, Bofakwa 15 rather. Bofaka 14, Samatex 13, yes, Brekun Chelsea, and Sotosu 7 with 13 points. Accra Lions 8 with 13 points. Bechem United 9 with 12 points. Now, starting a first fade, and as a first fade of the Ghana Premier League standings, and also tell me that you come on. Everyone has a folk in the Kotoko Yunano, and Munso attend their mom. Yes, you show me, yeah, and Yadia said, yes, and they are Phobian birthday, and that's why your cash is my birthday. And your cash is my birthday, and now dear friends, airport and Kotoko birthday, dear Munyan come on. And from our say, from point is the spell right, Trent Sports GH at Cashes, Pacho Derby, Trent, Diba and Sana Zetaba, Diba and Sana Zet Abba, a honor china has a full cable, ever also life, and the game in the year Heno Haya, year Heno Haya, Sawa Sports Tunnel. So na yɛbɛhwɛ and game no ɔkyena game no ɛyɛ trends na yɛ TRENDZ sports GH sports no hyphen bɛba ansa na GH aba na wahyɛ no nso sa pɛpɛpɛ ɛnso deɛ ɛnkyɛ na yɛn nso yɛtumi gram na yɛn nso yɛtumi de live match no abrɔ na biribiara no nso atumi ayɛ kama wobɛtumi de prediction so aba na wɔde comment so ato asɛ kama na biribiara nso ayɛ fɛ yɛda yɛ ho ne yɛ basiesie yɛ pa yɛkɔtie yes post match interviews no ɛna pre match interviews no na biribiara nso ayɛ kama sɛ happy birthday Mr. Cassius, God bless your new age na fonsa damka dia no nso dia ba no life changing story TV. Yes father no say happy birthday Cassius, thanks very much father, thanks yame sure be plenty ye beda ye ho aba in a minute ye ba ye de dia kanyina yes transport GH ba hwe no ano no frempon yaw eno ano enti ye ba enche pi na wo ha ye be ba be chacha kakra nsa na even pre match no abana Abdul Hakim say happy birthday to you senior frempon yaw happy birthday Cassius. Yes, thanks very much, thanks for your wishes. Na dear friends, so yes, for comment in bra, Mfambra, you ever die on Habas here, I room na yes, post match interviews no Abraham.
Say Samatex near Asante Kotoko, your Bobo Sama boy. Me a Samatex full supporter. Me nickname is Nanabola so one. Me did a match Kotoko 3-0 and me not give papa to match 3-0. Me Kotokoni, Minia, Bonim de Oka. Name it Fiama. Him Sababa Shaman and Ibla Breno. Last season, Yanni San Yago Mukali. Whoever the drunk Jamasaba Shay. And see 3-0 Yakaniko Muso. And the other some 3-0 Yanni Bacha Satricos. Fabulous. The best in Ghana.
for Samatex. Timo Econo. You said that I no media from my normal say, I bought John. My neighbor, not the I swear. First half draw. First half draw. One day, no. The best. What the judge is like I say. What be no. Nanala cash. I'm certain I have a bobo. Men I'm extremely a best. But of all the one and that's a party. And 1-0. Ya consider I'm a cry draw. 1-0. What the trouble to be a 1-0. Let's go. Okay. Shane, who got ball?
Ekwe aye putu just obi ankrofo obi ani age se wo mo ba be hwe ball no obi ani age pa ekwe oh aye kotoko ba ha o mo tade ha sin so ba ha o mo tade pa Ebuapa, any jeba, and I didn't come soba. Ye ni politics, ye ni MPP, ni NM, and this yen in our Kayan Hubum. The Kayan Hubum, any jeba, and Jepa.
Yeah, that's the vibe. You know, Samatex Golf Club. They're doing a lot of good, and of course, when you have a man with vision, is this Safari Valley? Is this Safari Valley? Yeah, you know, the Royal Senchi. You know, you can see the man's fingerprints, and now they've moved to the football, the timber, and other aspects of the game. And surely, if they
right now, fans and even so, I know this Yakoti or Samatex, Summer Boy. And mountain so and so abaneba na my backing kind commenting on so for come Eddie and between operations after comment session as making kind of come Eddie our Kotoko starting level and so at me about Tuja Kotoko starting level at me about Tujana over my way and then Rantia coach Prosperity Ogum Eddie Remu now they are started came against Samatex 1996 goalkeeper no Danlad Ibrahim the national team goalkeeper Augustine Japan right back Mohamed Sharif, Nicholas Osebon Sunafe, Ansu Henry, and a boy Shodema Kotoko Viviano, Eric Serge Zeze, Enoch Morrison, Andrews into Manu, and Andrews into Manu, Michael J. Jamina, Kalu Quatara, and Unfair Georges Rodriguez. Now winning starting 11, Coach Prosperity Ogum, and so with me as that Danlad Ibrahim, Augustine Japan. Sharif Mohammed, Nicholas Osei Bonsu, Ansu Henry, Eric Zeze, Enoch Morrison, Andres Intim, Michael Che Jamina, Kalu Quatara, Enafi, Infege Georges Rodriguez, winning starting 11. Coach Prosperity Ogum, and so they started giving na Bibian so at me. Kotoko Betmania draw, or Jenny, and I say Samatex F victory no El Hofato conversation. I say, na me making kind so and from come El Sawa Sports Channel, on subscribe. Na minia Jana O chain on subscribe Sawa Sports Channel Jana minia O chain subscribe na yes affiliate channels na and also Eka TV Plus no and so na kabuma aye company back when you so na yen so yet live matches ni na and so dia bronti on subscribe ya den na O chain unia subscribe my na bibia so ntimi na fefe say that me can don't be a spectator, be a good citizen. O like na o comment na o say subscribe na wo share link no so ma hofro mo so be hia bi na bibia no atimi ya kama ho na comment no ba na yes life changing story TV say let us show some love on his birthday. Yes, now the announcer Diabano say Momo should be sounding. What is your Momo account? Alright, Momo number no, at least Opesa was sending coins be at 2 account to Ruma 055 4000 940 055 4000 940 0530 40 20 34 0530 40 20 34 etino nyina Adam Abdul Kasir kwan bia won so betimi dia to so bia no well appreciated meda was ye pana bia no en so etima come area Mohammed Drase Kotoko 2 Samatex 0 owo such a brother say happy birthday my man men so me dasi bebre no Nuruddin there be and Nuruddin antimi and start give no amfama Kotoko but oka 22 man squad no yes player of the month crown you nominate no enti the besi bia na yade se me sure so me wremu na second half of be juma de makotoko and not Sandison. We are not going to have it easy. We are not going to have it easy at all. We are likely to play a draw game. Go fabulous. Now and also dear always such a right. Ogun should stop the politics and play senior players. On also Nigerian Chirag or the other comment section I say and at making kind area man. No bet me do diaba na making kind area. Fana you remune ko pre-match analysis from panelists na biano I come a league table no so no has a folk at also 11 with 11 points. Yes, 11 with 11 points. Na over so and that's 11th November 11. Yes, has a folk agent birthday 11 or more 11 points. Yes, and almost at also 11. This is not a coincidence. Sana Brabon and Sotier. 11 points. Also 11. And then 11th November, which is 11. Yes, and I saw your birthday, where the 112 and also I'm not in ye me that should come. And the young room now you go to pre-match analysis and I feel coaches interview nearby. You be room so now the Kakrano Akabakano Abekamo and came you as I got 20 minutes na game no so at me as that. Shalling Kinomonia na on also entering joining a Biano entering your camera. Yadamazina.
Is it? I think injury is one of them. You know, he came to Kotoko at a time that he's facing a lot of competition from a lot of midfielders in the team. Last season, he was having Rich Goodwagadas in the team, fighting that position with him. Sharif Mohammed was the key player in the Kotoko team last season. Richmond Lamte the same, and of course, Enoch Morrison, formerly of Ken Faisal, a key player into the Kotoko team. And this particular season, these players are struggling to enter into the first 11 of, Dr. Ogun, because he believes in the young guys, Sharif Mohammed, Andrew Sentimenu, Sage Jamena, and of course Richmond Lamte. These are the key players. But when you go to the Samatex team,
the number 6 man would have a lot to say, at the front there. Former Kotoko player, he's been in fine. Yeah, he's been in fine form. And they've, as you rightly said, and of course, someone who as well from Heart, they've been in fine form this season, and this is a match that will be much motivated. Valley Resort, one of the products of the man behind Samatex, and it shows you, as I keep saying, that the fingerprints look very good. And are they favorites though?
Yeah, they are. They are favorites. Looking up on and off the pitch issues with Kumasi Asante Kotoko. And then the performance of Kumasi Asante Kotoko, the last time they won when they came to Accra, got that win over Accra Lions away. They haven't won in their away game this season. Even at home, when they defeated the Diana, they have lost against Dreams FC. They drew against Bichim United. So it's been a very tough few games for Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Samatex, they have a very fine form at home. They are playing good football as well, and they are scoring goals. That is one of the attributes that you normally don't get from a Ghana Premier League team. To score 10 goals in 4 league games tells you that they are doing something quite well. They are averaging over 2.0 in a game, and that tells you how good they are. But sometimes, in moments like this, that is when the big teams say, you know what, people thought the Porcupine is dead. Maybe today is the day we just tell them, you know what, we are up to eat some timber. And I'm sure that is what the Prosper Natehogum will tell them. I'm sure he will come to them and tell them, you know what, I organized a press conference. I'm sure some of you might not be happy with the things I said. But this is the moment where we need to come together as a team. I've led this team to victory, won the league 2 seasons ago. I can do it again with you guys. If you stay committed, if you give me your all, we can go out there and get a win at a venue that we've been winning since last season.
Yeah, I just saw Isaac Opong there warming up. Not too sure whether he's, going to be in action, but he's one player that Prosper Ogun trusts or had a lot of trust in. Injuries have worried him, the young chap, and it'll be a good, positive return. We just saw him warming up there a while ago.
He's part of the 20-man squad. A key player, when he's fully fit, gives a lot to the Asante Kotoko team. A direct winger who normally cuts in from the left side of the midfield. The typical number 11 player who, quick on the feet, try to make sure he pushes the lateral defenders to the 18-yard box. So Isaac Opon, a good day, is a quality player. This role is being taken by a new guy from Park Academy, Peter Aminu Apa, quality player for Asante Kotoko this particular season. He scored a brilliant goal against Potem United in Kumasi. But there are a lot of competition in that Kotoko team, but they are facing one of the best coaches when it comes to playing home games in the Ghana Premier League. Remember Nudin Amadou against Asante Kotoko when he was coaching King Faisal before moving to Samatex Football Club. He beat Asante Kotoko at the Babaya Sports Stadium. So this is a coach. He has special case when he's facing Asante Kotoko Football Club. And I think if Kotoko have to win today at the Sensei Park, they need to work beyond what they've done this particular season in the Ghana Premier League.
Yep, good shots again coming from the venue with a lot of kids, old folk, young folks, and the vendors in action. The branding continues. Everything looks set for what will be a very enticing afternoon. Japong has also been on and off. Kotoko really haven't had outstanding players consistently. They've had a few good players in certain matches, but since the league started, we've not seen a consistent, I could be wrong, maybe the goalkeeping department.
Yeah, you are right.
A consistent player who has kept them, in every single match. And that perhaps has also been a problem.
Of course, one of the major problems that Asante Kotoko is facing has been consistency with his lineup. This is their 10th game, but in the last 9 games, only Yusuf Nuruddin has played all 9 games. It means that when you have an entire 30-man squad to pick and only a single player has played all 9 games, then it's something that you need to worry about. Apart from that, Sharif Mohammed, and Henry Ansu, Michael Jamna, Andrew Setim, and Kalo Ratara, they have played 8 games. So it tells you that there is no consistency in the team. And sometimes when you want to win the league, you need consistency in one of the departments, especially in defense. You need to have a consistent defense. You need to have a very consistent midfield. If you need to change maybe injuries or tactics, will make you change that. But he's struggling. He's been changing midfielders in almost all the games that he's been playing. And one of the major problems why it is happening is from what he said at his press conference. Some of the senior players are not giving him reasons to start them in games, and that has affected the consistency that we are talking about. But it also means that Kotoko needs to work hard and consistently start picking wins so that they can move up the league low. So far, we know that in terms of goalkeeping, Dalad has reclaimed his position as the number 1 goalkeeper and the captain of the club. And you really want to go into the next department, which is the defense. You've seen that Henry Ansu and then Yusuf Nuruddin are the ones who have been in that central defense. But the midfield is a very important department, and you quickly need to sort out his preferred starting lineup in the midfield position.
But a good thing for let's quickly go back. Yeah, the coaches are ready. Let's hear from them, and then we'll come back and address what we see on the screen. The coaches are ready.
Us a little bit of your time. Now, the season had started quite well for you in terms of your home invincibility. You are yet to lose here. What's the difference between that record and today's game?
Well, the matches are many, and then we have started well, and we have not lost at home. But you cannot say it's going to be all rosy throughout. But we are praying and wishing that we will continue to make here a fortress, so that anything that comes here, we shall defeat it.
But in the process of making here a fortress, how about lifting up the performance away from home? 4 losses away, 4 wins at home, and then 1 draw.
Yeah, but the away performance, we have lifted it only that the goals are not coming. If you recall our match against Chelsea, we played very well, but we couldn't make our chance. Anything against Takwa, Mediama, or Craver. So gradually the performance comes. We just have to translate and transfer the dominance into goal scoring. Yeah.
You have a tough game coming up in a few minutes against Asante Kotoko. The terrain has not been too smooth for them, and they are really in dire straits. Do they come into this match as a threat?
Yeah, threat, because it's a big club. And sometimes even things are not very well, but their away performance is not that bad. And so we are expecting a very, very tough and difficult game.
What should we look out for from your team? How will the play be like? All attacking, all defending?
Yeah, we are going to play an attacking football, and then we wish to give them a match of their lives.
We wish you the very best.
Okay, thank you.
Coach Oklo, thank you very much for giving us a little bit of your time. Now, obviously the going has not been that easy for Kotoko, and you come into this game as wounded lions. What should we expect from Kotoko today?
Yeah, I think throughout the week we've been working. We work very hard, and today I think the boys are ready. They are very focused and determined to take a positive result home.
Okay, taking a positive result home means that you have to win against a team who are yet to win at home. How difficult is it?
Every away match is a difficult game. So psychologically we are prepared for the task ahead.
And then again, obviously, your fans are not too happy because of the fluctuation in the team's performance. Are you looking at today as the change in good times for Kotoko?
Yeah, I would say these are trying times, and we need them more than before. So they should be a little patient, and the days that they will smile.
At the end of 90 minutes, where do you...
They will smile today.
They will smile?
Yes.
We wish you the very best.
Thank you.
Thank you, Coach.
So we'll take a look at the formation of the two sides, but obviously, this is what Kotoko will be looking at. But quickly, what the two coaches said, we didn't hear from Prosper Ogun, but his assistant, not that confident, which is not a good sign. But hey, hopefully that's just a decoy.
I think the coach has done a lot of changes in the lineup. This time around
again.
Fegi Omba is back into the team to replace Sibu Mukwala, and of course, Morrison is back into the team to replace Peter Aminu Apa. Eric Zeze is back into the team to replace Richmond Lamte, who is injured. So it tells you, among the front five, he has done about 3 changes in that department, but he has maintained, Andrew Sintimenu, Michael Jamna, who came to replace Sharif Mohammed. Sharif Mohammed is 7 suspension, so he's out of today's game. But the back four, Ansu is back to replace Sharif Mohammed because of the red card he had against Swatema. He's back to pay Sharif Mohammed Nuruddin at the back of the central defense, and of course Augustine Japon, Nicolas Osebonsu at the left back and the right back respectively. So
a lot of changes. If it goes well, great, but it's risky at a venue where they're really psyched up, pumped up, and motivated for this game. Let's go for a quick break. When we return, we'll get ready for kickoff.
Good. Ever show someone share link. Kotoko match is there by now. I was thinking now for 500 plus. You see, one share link. Be an offer could eat by bonnet. And see, one share link. So, you fight for your position at piano. And to me, come. I can't only 10 minutes. Not game 8 minutes at the starting level. More of it, I'm watching. May CCBM Eddie Amon. Dalad Ibrahim. And Edem Augustine at Japan right back, Sharif Mohammed, left back, Nicolas Osebo Sunafi, Anson Harry Air center backs, Eric Sejazeze, Enoch Morrison, Andres Intimano, Michael Che Gamana, Kalu Watara, and Afi Mfege Georges Rodriguez, who is starting Lebanon, but the credit starting debut. Now, Washington Susa Pepe, Eddie Mashalink, and also subscribe channel. Now subscribe and so they can remember that was the second TV plus and your room 16,500 subscribers. And I'm sure we be a Babacan Sasso and I'm on your Famasa Sports channel. Now Bibiano Timina come and for my comment bra. One baby in the game no scoreline or sanity or say rest in peace. Raphael Jamina na from Ponya Georgia Banano. Obajo Biawana from Ponya. Yes, you did. Chimuka can't see and yet you are a honty. I can only 10 minutes. And Jenna a room. Now you're joining on a dear Kenyan and Sabra. What much I link in a diamond by a bar. You have a live coverage, and so the part.
Okay, so we've heard from the coaches. Kickoff is just a few minutes away. It'll be a very interesting game. What we do know is that Kotoko have made a lot of changes. Confirmation of that match coming up very shortly. The Timber lads, are they the Timber Wolves? Are they going to rip up the Porcupines, or the Porcupines spike them? Guys, before we go for the kickoff, your final take and perhaps predictions.
Well, I'm expecting to see goals in this game because Samatex is a team that scores goals at home. If you look at the record, Kotoko also managed some goals over there last season. So it should be a game full of goals. I'm not expecting Kotoko to win. I think their best to be a draw in this game.
I think it's a big game for Kotoko. When you look at their recent performance in the Ghana Premier League, I don't think they will pass the Samra Boy test. It's going to be a difficult situation. Facing Nudin Amadou, a strong coach, especially when he's facing Asante Kotoko Football Club. I'll give Samatex a straight win against Kotoko.
Samatex a straight win against Kotoko. What we heard from the fans, they believe it's about time, third time lucky. Kotoko have actually not lost to Samatex in their campaign so far, but they feel Samatex do that. This is the best time to face the Porcupine Warriors, who are going through a lot of changes. Let's go. They're ready for us there, and the kickoff is just a few minutes away.
The Fortress here in Samraboy is the venue of the much-anticipated encounter between 6th place FC Samatex 1996 and Asante Kotoko, who are lying 15th on the log. Hello everyone, I'm Princeton and welcome to the Century Sports Arena here, where we bring you nothing but the best and especially that electrifying atmosphere. And it's looking like the place is back to capacity. It is the green and white colors of the home side. Looking forward for a good afternoon here. FC Samatex come onto the field. They'll be led by their captain, Emmanuel Kayake. Because our match commissioner and officials will precede the two teams as they come onto the field of play. And you can imagine the noise, the din here at the Century Sports Arena. It's gradually filling up to the brim as Asante Kotoko get themselves battle ready for a game against the home side. Going has not been too good for the Porcupine Warriors in recent times, and obviously they would want to bounce back into this game with 3 valuable points. But don't forget, the home side FC Samatex 1996 are yet to taste defeat here at the Fortress. And so it's going to be 90 minutes of power soccer, end-to-end action. Both coaches have given clear indication of how they want to attack this game. And Emmanuel Kayeke will lead his entourage, will lead the battle, the men to do the battle for FC Samatex. And we'll be letting you in on officials for this afternoon.
Right, and China game no atima starting. So quality from a change resolution to 720p. Now end the game no live and color HD. Now we be under camera. So quality with my change resolution no say what a whole screen so set this icon one. For on support honor na check box quality no so go through to advanced na change pick 720. Na fe nya be clear na be so ntimi come. And so famana enjoy game.
The likes of James Sawanu, Desmond Jaben, Lawrence and Sir Francis Chetua could be called upon into action. It's the green and black colors.
Right, Nana Oliver say happy birthday, bro. Nana, thanks very much. May I see you, pa.
And so far, 4 games played at home. Samatex are rising high. We'll go through the official toss and let you in on officiating in terms of the officials for this afternoon's encounter. Danlad Ibrahim on the opposite side, together with Emmanuel Kayeke, once upon a time mates at Asante Kotoko. And with the toss and the decision out of the way, let's announce that Ayaba Asi Ibrahim will be the center referee for this game. Minkail Fauzan will be our first, and Momoni Fushaini our second official, with Fusaini Alpha Ba Ade our fourth official for this afternoon's encounter. 4-1-2-3 formation by Kotoko. Danlad will captain the team, and in goal, Kalu Watara will start up ahead with Ongba and Enoch Morrison supporting. Enoch Zeze and Michael Dramina will be supporting. And through the middle come Menu. And then in the back, it will be Henry Anzu, who's there. Dr. Prosper Nate Ogum. Final instructions to the men on the field before hostilities begin. Coming into this game, both sides were not able to pick up maximum points. Samatex traveled to Chelsea and they were led by 1-0. Whilst Kumasi Asante Kotoko stayed at home and they were pipped 1-0 by Dreams FC. And so obviously, both sides will be looking forward to 3 golden undiluted points at the expense of each other. Battle stations are drawn. Hostilities will be beginning in a bit. The sun has taken a dip. But the fans are here in their numbers and they're still trooping in. FC Samatex 1996 against Asante Kotoko. Kotoko in the lower doldrums of the league. And 3 points will do them a world of good. Samatex will say their final prayers. Meanwhile, center referee Ayaba is ready for the game to begin. Last season, Kotoko won both matches by 2-1. And in the home encounter here at the Fortress, it was Ebenezer Aqua who got a goal for the home side, but Enoch Morrison and Rocky Dramina had other ideas. And Kotoko will also encourage the fans to get behind them. Ably led by Prosper Nate Ogu. George Infe will operate from the far right. And on the near side, it will be Enoch Morrison. Kofi Ba will be in goal for Samatex. Center referee says he's okay for hostilities to begin. And here at the Fortress or the Century Sports Arena, it's the center referee who gets us underway, Ayaba. And it's Kayeke and his charges playing from left to right. Long ball to the far side, try to create more room to maneuver in the game, but they give the ball away. First touch of the ball to Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Tied it up by Ansu. Ansu playing without his usual partner, Nuruddin. And there's a throw in to Kotoko Ebli, effected by Bonsu Nicholas. Comes back to Nicholas. Looks for a long one up front. Complete miscue there. As from Godwin Abusa, but Samatex have their noses in front, maintaining their composure. Player goes down, but they still have the advantage. They play the 1-2 very well, and away they go. FC Samatex community-based team, that's what it started with. But they have a lot of support here in the local environs. Ball was kept in play, nicely done, and then the quick turn, trying to look for options up front. Ebenezer Aqua went down. Advantage will stay with the home side as they come forward. They have lots of inspiration and support. Samatex trip there, appeals for the penalty. Referee looks away. And look at how charged the atmosphere is. The ball controlled by Kotoko now. Michael Dramina tried to look for options up front. Carefully tied it up in defense.
Apart from them, Indiana Stars, who have gotten 100% in their games played at home, and of course in Schwarzermain, they are teams to beat in their home games, and I'm not surprised they were able to beat Asante Kotoko by 1-0. Hold on to the first half goal throughout the 90 minutes. It's a massive character on the side of Samatex Football Club. No wonder Emmanuel Kayeke, man of the match performance, the full 90 minutes all over the pitch, trying to make sure his team wins the game, and I think he's done a great job for Samatex Football Club.
And of course, the 12th man has to be the fans. And I'm looking forward to seeing some scenes of them in town and around the stadium after their victory. Prosper Ogun there, hot under pressure, but still wearing his jacket. And I keep saying, I hope we hear from him post-match. We didn't hear from him before the game. Looking forward to, what he has to say. Wasn't a good day for them. And it could get harder because tough matches still ahead for the Porcupine Warriors. Look at that pass again from KAK.
Well, it's been tough. It's been tough because for 5 consecutive matches, they are yet to pick up, maximum point, and that should be something that would be disturbing to every Kotoko fan. Drawing 2-2 against Nations, drew with Bichim United at home, lost to Swatrema, lost to Dreams FC, and now they've lost to, Samatex. Yeah, on paper, these are games that you expect any Kotoko team to be winning, especially even at home. But it's been difficult. It's one thing about the Ghana Premier League. If you really want to win, you need to make your home a fortress and try as much as possible to pick important win away. If you look at Kotoko, the time Ogum was in charge and when they won the league, they won at Samatex. When they won the league, they defeated Dreams at home. They defeated Bichim United at home. And now they are losing this kind of matches. So, but kudos to the Samatex fans. These are the Red Timbers. They were behind their team before the start of the game.
And what I love is the combination of youth, the very old, very young babies. So look at the jerseys there, the green and black, or the green and white jerseys. Well. Yeah, absolutely. And this is perhaps a new thing that's going to be happening. And these fans will remember the day that they beat Kotoko when Kotoko came to town. Look at them.
Yeah, wins like this would always push supporters, to come to the stadium. Crowded in their replica.
Almost like Nigeria jersey a few years ago. But look at them. These ladies would certainly be coming back to support their team after this victory.
And I think they've done well. Accra, Kumasi, people are not watching football games for Kotoko and Hearts, but in Summer Boy and of course, Bibiani and in Schwarzer, people are watching games. And today is Saturday. For people to go to the stadium Saturday 3 p.m. tells you how much they really love their teams. So no wonder seeing all these people supporting Samatex Football Club.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we're still waiting for the coaches to tell us what their take is, and of course confirmation of the man of the match. Prince Anand will be talking to them at pitch side. We'll look at the matches yet to be played on Sunday. A lot of games, and as Felix rightly said, if Nations beats their fellow newcomers at Abrankese, it could prove problematic to the Porcupine Warriors. These are the next 5 games for Samatex. Away, perhaps, it will be tough against Great Olympics, who themselves are looking to get 3 points. But at home, you have to say they're always favourites, and they will be against Heart of Lions and also against Real Tamale United. They've got tough trips away to Tano Bafokwa, and of course another team that hardly loses at home, Gold Stars. Big games. These are the teams now carrying the Ghana Premier League. It's difficult at Tano in Sunyani. It's difficult, at the dance park in Bibiani. And of course, we're seeing that with Samatex as well. The new boys or the new kids are beginning to prove a point.
This will surely be a tough task because Great Olympics have a very formidable form at home. They hardly lose game. Whether floodlights are off, whether extra balls are being played, they always find a way to win at Accra Sports Stadium. Against RTU at home, I expect them to pick the point. Coronation Park is a very difficult venue for any Premier League team, being Kotoko or Hearts, and it's a game I'm not expecting them to win. Heart of Lions are beginning to suffer, and I'm expecting Samatex to pick up a win. The Bibiani Gold Stars game, it's more like a regional derby, and Bibiani Gold Stars were 3-1 winners against Samatex. at Summer Boy last year. So there's also a revenge mission at the back of Samatex. But look at their current form this season. Yeah, 5 games, 10 goals, considered one at Samatex. They are a team in form.
Impressive the way they also defend in numbers and move forward. They're not afraid to shoot. They're not afraid to create chances. But look at the chances they created today. So many chances.
Yeah, because they have confidence. They believe they've signed quality players in the local scene to help Samatex Football Club. So once they've been guided by one of the experienced coaches in the local scene, Nudin Amadou has been in the scene in the last 2 decades, coaching big teams in the Ghana Premier League. And of course, Emmanuel Kayeke already playing about 3 teams in the Ghana Premier League. So he's gotten rich experience. Ivan Sosewusu, was close to, going to the last CHAN tournament with the Black Galaxy. So he's been in and out of the local league. So when these players are playing for Samatex and Kotoko are struggling to get players who are competing well in the Ghana Premier League, rather bringing players from Division 2, Division 1, and these are players playing for Asante Kotoko. It could work at a certain stage, but you struggle in the long run. That is why they are getting this kind of result.
Oh, I thought it's the opposite. That in the long run, the players would, raise their game, get experience, build momentum, rather in the long run. But in the short run, they don't have that confidence.
In the long run, most of these players will not be there.
The younger players?
In the last 2 seasons, we are talking of a lot of players who are young players in the Kotoko team. Most of these players are not around. Either they've moved to a different club or they lost of form. So it's not guaranteed that because you sign players 17, 18, 19, in the next 4 years they will be in the team.
But isn't it better to prepare for the future rather than say that, let's
Kotoko is meant for the big guys. You sign the best players in the local scene to play for Asante Kotoko Football Club.
And if that's not working?
You just enter Mediama Football Club. Their best player, Jonathan Sowa, Fatah Hamidou. Those are players who need to join Asante Kotoko Football Club.
But they are also coming. But those guys are also coming from lower divisions.
So that is the standard of Asante Kotoko. Those players need to move to Kotoko.
It's obedient to
That is the standard of Kotoko.
I see.
When you go to Egypt, El Ali will sign the best players in the Egyptian league.
And even outside the Egyptian league.
Outside the Egyptian league. When you go to WAC of Morocco, the same thing. Memorodi Sandal, the same thing. Anthony Modesti was coming from Borussia Dortmund, now playing for Ali Football Club. Pesicao was coming from Brighton and Hove Albion. He's playing for Ali Football Club. So these are teams, they sign big players to compete in the interclub competition. So why Kotoko signing players from Park Academy, these smaller teams in the Division 1 and Division 2?
Yeah, that's the question. Why? What's the problem?
I don't know the
money no day.
It could be a factor and change of management issues. And there are a lot of political angles into Kotoko issues.
Football politics.
That is the main reason for Kotoko.
Yeah, well, the coach himself has said that some of the senior players are, playing politics. But we saw them coming back today, and only in the second half did we see some glimpses of them playing better. But Samatex are well drilled, chances upon chances, and really good movement on the ball.
Well, yeah, even if you look at the physical aspect of Samatex, the way they play, they look like the team that is physically strong. They were winning the 50-50 balls. They were getting in very, very hard, and they played well, defended numbers, attack in numbers. They played very, very well. I think that for me, this is one of the best games I've watched them play, and for Kayeke, this should be one of the best games I've watched him play
from start to finish. Okay, why don't we get back to the pitch side and hear from the coaches, starting with the winning coach from Samatex.
And so getting the 3 points, that is most important.
You seem to have cemented the fact that the Century Sports Arena is indeed a fortress. What do we look forward to from FC Samatex going forward, especially in your away encounters?
Yeah, we are still working on the away performance. Now the play is good. We are always dominating play, but it's about how we can translate that into goal scoring. And that's what we are going to be working on exactly.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you. Another tough contestant. First of all, match at the
oh, match, we know about the match. We're coaching that time. It will be another one get go back. Game nil, it can't you see. It all winning game nil.
Wanakashi, Yamani Yose, Ninyabahi, Kamani Yoki, Yawanya here, Yellowa, no Yaminiji plan and Yabagi.
No, we're playing about giving me a focus. We're playing for about giving me one money about winning game and you focus for plan.
Yes, Yakashi season, at least first round, you're losing your share.
No, what for the market? What for the market? But I'm a cat go league now.
wɔ here mo fia montane na ke boni oba build o he ye game me o coach say ke o player say no ke your part no mini message oba ha me
make coach say ke I colleague ke mi da mi family ke ameke ame wale kame ame solomu ba support wo no get shira ke jemu ba me.
Thank you very much.
Thank you too.
That's the man of the match. Well, we were waiting confirmation from, those who decide. We thought it was Kayeke, but yeah, another good choice there, no doubt about it. And obviously, it's interesting that across the team, they have players who are potential match winners, and you want that. Look at this. For Samatex, home record, unbeaten, and look at the number of goals they score. If you lose, guard, you take 3 or you take 4, as Lagos Cities and Bichem did. But they keep it tight and they do not concede. And in a 4-1 victory, obviously they slow down when they were leading. They conceded one goal.
They considered first goal in that game.
So I mean, you look at this and it's excellent stats for them. And look at the number of goals scored.
Yeah, look at the quality of opponents. Kotoko, Lagos City Dreams, Bichem United, Adriana. These are not mid-table teams.
Yeah, former winners of the Ghana Premier League, Confederation Cup reps. Bichem have been hitting at the doors for seasons.
In the Premier League in the last 5 years.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes. So good record, and they'll be building on that confidence. With this win, they'll be looking forward to their next few games, and any team that goes there would have to really be on their A+ game. Not just A game, but it's got to be A+. So this is their form guide, generally speaking. And even when they do lose, it's by the single goal. They don't concede. I'm going to concede goals by us.
That's very impressive. But once again, you look at the results and you look at venues in the league that are a fortress. It always has to be the community-based football clubs. So when you go there, the communities, they are all behind the
very
team.
Committed.
You look at the Dance Park in Bibiani, you look at Samaboy, look at Inswatre in Inswatrema. These are always difficult, even Sunyana, the Coronation Park. These are very difficult grounds to go and then pick up points. And it's because, one, the community is behind the team, and that is what you get when you are playing well at home. That is what you get when you involve yourself within the community. Look at what we saw before the game against Kotoko. The fans of Samatex all over the streets, telling us that they are going to win the game. Some were even predicting the correct score. And they have so much confidence, and they even did not just speak, but they attended the games. We saw in their numbers different.
Not just talk.
Yeah, not just talk. They came there to support their team, and I'm sure that the 12th man also played a huge part in Samatex, and this is it. Yes, riding within the community, it's all fun. And earlier on, we saw a lady talk about how when Kotoko and Hasa are in town,
it's a different vibe.
Different vibe altogether.
The football economy really thrives very on that, and when they win, I agree with the man of the match. I guess
not at all. I think that I don't know what. Maybe the yellow card that Keke had could have affected his chances of winning the man of the match. But I don't think if it wasn't a red and it's a yellow, come on, let him have it. He's been the most exciting player. He scored a winning goal. He scored a very wonderful free kick. And he played better. Yes, he played better than came off the crossbar with one beautiful strike. He played better than some of the players on the pitch.
My concern,
he was all over the pitch. Yeah. We're playing that midfield position for Samatex Football Club, scoring the most important goal to get a 3 point for Samatex Football Club.
I'm getting messages if this is before the game, so those watching are a bit confused. This is before the game. A couple of messages as to whether or not the fans, but this is before kickoff, right? Just to clarify that. We'll definitely get something post-match. What's happening latest there from our guys on the ground. So yeah, you're making a comment.
Yeah, so that's as I was saying. We saw the importance of the supporters coming in to support the game, but I felt that they deserve the win and Keke should have won the man of the match.
Well, still a captain's performance by him. He'll be very happy with that. My concern is that Prosper Ogun should be addressing the media. He should be in front of the camera, win, lose, or draw. And sometimes he chooses when not to talk. I have a challenge with that. I think he should be there when they lose. He should be talking when they win. And today, the fans would want to hear from the head coach.
Well, yeah, I don't know what the Premier League regulation says. If assistant coach can...
It is allowed, but you need to seek permission.
And maybe the last time he sat behind a microphone to talk, things didn't go well. That is within the course of the week. So maybe he's also advised himself to stay away from the scene. But whatever happens, so far as there's a result like like this, the blame will come at your doorsteps. It is for you. You are paid to fix a problem like this. If there are political players in your team, try as much as possible and bring that opposition to your side and try and see how best you can get the best out of the players. Coaches are hired to be fired. Hardly do you see a club doing away with 4 or 5 players because they don't believe in what a coach wants to do. So he needs to quickly solve this. He's been in the position before. He's coached Ghana Premier League team. He's won the league before. How many coaches in the league currently have won it? Apart from Maxwell Kunedu himself and Evans Adote. The rest of the 15 clubs have no coaches who have won the league. So he has the experience, and I'm hoping that he gets to fix the problem that is surrounding his team.
Only one win away. When you look at the situation that Asante Kotoko find themselves in now, Prosper Netogum is a management member.
Shouldn't be.
He's head of the technical. So who controls who?
Yeah.
Yes.
He's part of the management.
He has total power.
Coach Kwesiapia is now in Saudi Arabia.
Is that also a problem?
It's a major problem in Asante Kotoko.
That is
huge
huge.
The major problem in Asante Kotoko now is who controls who. He's the head of the technical team, a management member.
At the same time.
Technical director Kwesiapia is now in Saudi Arabia.
And he hasn't been replaced.
Absolutely. It's a major problem in Kotoko. But because, it's a mention appointment.
Maybe
People are starting to talk about issues like this.
Politics.
Maybe.
Yeah.
It's a
No, but the coach has said, he said players, but there are other politics around as well.
The day he's talk about the politics in Kotoko, when you play 2-3 years in Kotoko, you become a politician. That is the day Prosper Netoglu should have been sacked from Asante Kotoko. The first coming is a different situation than the second coming.
Right. You should know better.
Absolutely. You don't expose your players outside. These are things, internal issues.
But the interesting thing, before he said that, he said coaches should not, throw their players
But
to
he
the,
did that.
to the
But at the presser, he never took a blame for everything that is going on. But you are the coach. If you look at your lineup, you've been inconsistent with the lineups that you've been putting out for games. You've lost. You haven't picked up a win in your last 5 games.
And you had preseason.
Yes, and you had preseason, and you brought in players as well. You sacked some of them as well. So it was very, very important that Kotoko supporters, they spoke about it. They've been coming to games, supporting their team. They are not getting the needed results. But for me, I think that the pressure that they organized was needless. Some of these things you deal with it internally. Even if you wanted to go external, get to the management team, get the supporters leadership, get your captain, and get the 2 politicians or 3 politicians that are in the team, get them together and have a discussion.
I mean, for the presser, it's something that they often do. They engage with the
but
media.
This presser was more like he wanted sympathy from the public.
Yeah, and it didn't happen.
I think that he has created a mess with that pressure. He should have handled the whatever was happening internally with the club captain, with members of the Kosiapia is not available, but the chairman of the IMC, Kontompone Naferi, is still there. So you can still engage him and then engage the captain and then the senior players in the team and try and find a solution or a way forward in addressing the issue.
Fellas, the fact is, Kosiapia was supposed to be the technical director,
the go-between, right?
He's no more available for them. Contemporary Ferry is more like a part-time job for him. He's a big man doing his own business.
Yeah.
No, but
it's also like
you've been given
it's a symbolic appointment. It's not technical.
No,
yeah. Technical.
In as much as you are busy, you've been given an appointment by Menchia.
Is he a technical person?
Yeah. Even sometimes you don't even need the technical people to solve some of the issues Kotoko are facing. Are not even the technical aspect. If players are not committed, it is not technical. If the coach feels there are politicians in the team that is not giving the team the needed, support, then you need to contact the technical team to address that issue. I don't think that you come organize a presser and then try and throw your players, under the bus without even taking blame. Because at the end of the day, you are the technical, you are the technical director, you are the coach of the team. A part of the blame should be at your doorsteps. Yeah.
Where does he go from here?
He was just being smart because he knows the pressure coming into the team. Losing 3 games in a row, there will be a lot of pressure on him. So that personal tactics, let's shift blame to other angle without accepting anything on his side. That is one thing Prosper Netoglu was trying to do. And as it stands now, if Asante Kotoko then change the technical direction of their team, they'll be in the relegation zone in the next 5 games. Because
their next game is against Mediama.
Mediama in Kumasi after the Black Stars game on Friday.
Yeah, next week is going to be pivotal.
So even though Mediama have 2 players in the who will be in the blaster camp, Hamidou and Jonathan
Yes,
Suba.
so, yeah.
But I doubt Asante Kotoko can beat Mediama at the Babaya Sports.
Wow.
And next, the following week, Mediama will be traveling to Elali Football Club.
Wow.
So that game will be more of a catching result ahead of that crucial game against Elali. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So they would like to get a good result in that game ahead of the Elali
And Max,
Football Club.
sorry, Midiama at the Babayara Sports Stadium, and then they travel to the capital against Lagos Cities. It will be difficult. Then they host Brecum Chelsea in a game again. On the day, Brecum Chelsea can give Kotoko problems. And you don't want to meet Hearts of Oak at that juncture because Hearts are going the opposite direction. You're going back, they're going forward at that juncture. But then we say Hearts and Kotoko is a different ball game. And that match is away at the Accra Sports Stadium.
No, 5 weeks from today.
And then immediately after that, you play Great Olympics. It's very tough for Asante Kotoko. But these are the matches where coaches and players need to prove themselves and show that they have heart, or it can break you.
The first 3 games are very crucial. Mediama.
The last 2.
Yeah, but the first 3 games, you haven't got. You beat what is put in front of you, and then you need to start winning games at home. They haven't done that in their last 2 games after drawing to Bichim United and losing against Dreams FC. It is a must-win game for him against Mediama. Mediama were winners last. Sorry.
Yeah, let me just tell the viewers that that blip is not. There you go. It's back, and this shows you the kind of vibe that the management, the supporters have done well, and also the supporters group. They've really touched and gotten to the locals, the shop bars, the businesses, to make sure that they drive that passion. And we want to see, these are the scenes we want after games, not vandalism and all the rest of it. This is a welcome, a refreshing one. And apologies for the blip and the intermittent, yeah, there you go. It's okay now. So fans are very happy and they're celebrating.
Of course.
For the neutrals, it's great. For Kotoko, this is not what they want to see.
Of course, they didn't want to see this at all, especially after going undefeated in the last 2 games against Samatex. But we watched the game. I'm sure they will even say we're lucky not to concede more than 3 goals in the game. Samatex deserved the win. They played better. Their supporters seems to be happy, and I'm sure that this is the performance they want to be seeing week in, week out when they are playing at home against any of the teams in the Premier League.
Okay, let's take a look at the matches coming up tomorrow and then what the table tells us today after the matches we've played so far. So there you go. Samatex pre-match, yeah, they were favourites, confirming that status. It's normally you don't see that Samatex should be favourites against Asante Kotoko, but it happened. And Swatraman also perhaps favourites against RTU, Bichim host to Tano Bofokwa. Great Olympics travel to Dew. Tight game that's going to be. Hearts host Lagos City is knowing very well that 3 points will push them up a few steps up the ladder. Midiama entertain Brecum Chelsea and Nations, of course. Welcome Heart of Lions, the 2 sides that are struggling there, and a win for Nations indeed will take them above that relegation zone. Adriana versus Gold Stars. Adriana looking to cement their place at the top on Monday. By then, Adriana would have known all the results. They would have known what they have to do, and maybe it might be an advantage for them. So here's what it is. There you go. So Samatex closing the gap. Look at that. Adriana, Samatex, and Swatraban. It's only Midiama who looked like a recognized favorite or big boy in there, but take nothing away from Samatex and Swatraman.
You look at the top 3. Diana, Samatex. I'm not surprised. Brecum Chelsea, even Bichim United. The Bono teams, they organize a pre-season tournament.
Course.
Yeah, so and that
look how strong they are.
Yeah, that brings out the best in them during the league. For Great Olympics, I'm not surprised because they are winning games at home. Midiama, if they should win their game tomorrow, they can go join top of the league. But Diana, they deserve to be the top of the log. 6 wins, the most by any team. They are scoring goals as well, and I think that Brighton J coming back has done them a lot of good. Isaac Minta, currently the top scorer of the league with 8 goals, is in some fine form. They haven't really changed the team that much. The same team that nearly won them the league title last season are still there. So they are building on that. And I'm sure that they won't want to repeat the same mistakes they made last season by giving away the title with about 6 matches to end the season. But so far, so good for them.
No doubt about it. And there you go. So Karela, obviously, they lost their game narrowly, so they would stay there. But indeed, even Heart of Lions, if Heart of Lions also win, they would go above Karela. Asante Kotoko will remain in that 15th position, or at least on 10 points. Yes, they'll remain on 10 points, but the positions may change.
Yeah, if Lions win, their goal difference will maybe hit a minus or a positive. That means that Kotoko will be dropping into. But again,
Nations could have 11 points and move up there. So,
yeah. But again,
by the end of tomorrow, Kotoko will be in the relegation zone automatically.
It's going to be difficult because I hardly see Heart of Lions going to Abrankesi and picking up a maximum point there. They are so good at home, and then they also know very well that where they are lying in the league log is not something they will want to be happy about. And a win can push them into the top half of the second half of the league log.
It's tough, and a few weeks ago we said, well, it's just a few weeks, but now things are beginning to take shape, and the chips are falling in place. Not looking good for Asante Kotoko at all, and tomorrow will be another day to reckon, or a day of reckoning. Hearts of Oak celebrating their birthday. They believe that they cannot lose on their birthday. It's an abomination according to their fans, but they've got to be very careful how they approach that. Kotoko, likewise, will be praying that Nations lose, but Nations have seen what's happened today and are poised to get 3 points to move them up from that relegation zone.
Big game for Nations FC tomorrow. Looking at the situation they find themselves in, a win for them against House of Lions, you will build their confidence in the Ghana Premier League. And I think House of Lions in the Ghana Premier League, they struggle to lose game in the Ghana Premier League. Indiana Stars was able to beat them at the Hockey, but I think tomorrow Nations FC are likely to pick the maximum 3 points at the Nations, the Community Sports Complex.
No doubt. All right, Samatex, right? We're in some of what. Let's find out what their fans have to say and sing about.
Okay, much is it? I don't mind it. Yeah, they are saying chances. Baboni, I can't tell you back. What the fuck is on it? Last is your respect, but this is, no respect. And I have your fans, you got the blast this time. Then you really bonus to go. You really bonus. Oh, go. It's really bonus. And it's not going to. You really bonus. Okay, let's see. Boss, please. Madam, come. Match, no one is saying.
Oh, okay, match ready. I'm going to go smash ya. That means so much match. I'm on your show cry. I'm going to take all the way. I just feel him so. Match ready. I am very good party.
I mean, yeah, you can see the vibe already. But for football, great results. For Kotoko, no, not at all. When are they going to see such things? But I can see this happening. BBN, as you said, Samatex and other.
Doma,
Sujane,
and Swatra as well.
Let's take nothing away from these clubs. They organize themselves and they get everybody involved.
Very well. And promotion into the Premier League is important. A big deal for them because
you can't be complacent.
Yeah, if you go to Swatra on Saturday is their market day, and when they have the game on that day, superb. Today is Saturday. Yeah, this is not a Sunday game. Or today is Saturday.
Yeah, that's the Timber Stadium. I love this shot. The Timber Stadium is beautiful architecture-wise. And Kotoko coming to town means that guest houses, hotels, the restaurants, all business, every kind of business will be afloat. I love this shot. Yeah, this is really cool. And like I said, for football industry.
Yeah, and for those who probably say people don't watch the league, maybe in Accra and Kumasi or maybe in Tamale.
I'm beginning to be, I suspect, I'm not saying Hearts and Kotoko don't do enough, but I think they can still do more because you're competing against so much in the capital and in Kumasi. Maybe you can tap into what these guys have been doing on the ground.
Yes, of course. But then again, you also have to look out for what the clubs themselves are doing. Is Hearts of Oak doing enough to bring supporters into the stadium? How well are they advertising their games off the social media platform or radio and TV? What are they doing? Because these communities that we or these towns, they are smaller towns. Accra is big, But you go into these smaller towns, they can easily come together in the form of a communal effort and then gather people into the stadium. So for clubs that are in a bigger city, it means that you have to do a lot of extra work to be able to get supporters into the stadium. Sometimes you wonder, even in Accra, you ask people, and now you say league match, you say debut, 1-1 able. But in those communities, I can just whisper, Kotoko about town, and everybody in the town will hear about it. So the clubs in the big city, they have a lot of work to do. Get the people within the community. See, you can go to Thelma Station and even advertise that As is playing Legon City or As is playing Samatex. Sell tickets at those stations or those markets and get people into the stadium. So there's a lot of work for clubs within the city to do.
And I think they have to find the right strategy to promote their games.
Mobilization.
Yes.
Yeah. We have a vibrant, sports shows in Accra. When you come to Accra here, a station like Mass FM, Mass TV, we have 2 days in a week for GPA headquarters. Monday to Friday, 9 to 12, Sports Park on Mass FM. Sports Daily, morning sports. How many times do you see reps from House of Folk, management members promoting their home games? These are things that management need to have a proper plan so that people will know the kind of thing that is going on in Accra. Go just outside Dakuma Junction. Ask people, who is House of Folk playing tomorrow at Accra Sports Stadium? People are not aware.
Yeah, you're talking of Kokompe, Abosoka, where Hearts, Kotoko
A
fans.
lot of people are watching the TV, listening to radio station in Accra, especially Mass FM and Mass TV or Adepa channel. How many reps from House of Folk, Great Olympics, move to this radio station and TV station to promote their games? Over-reliance on the sport journalists. That is what is killing them.
I see.
Move to the media houses, promote your game. Something for the bring players. Let your people get connecting with the players.
Connectivity, yeah.
That is a major problem for these teams.
And today we in Arsenal in action, but still social media, you see people talking about the Kotoko game.
There's a new player scoring goals for House of Folk, Hamza. When Hamza is walking around the Akuma Junction, nobody knows him. There's a work of a PR. Bring that person to the studio. Let people watch them and know the kind of thing that is going on within the House of Folk team. So their strategy is not helping teams in Accra and Kumasi.
And I like the green. Look, it's not by accident. You're right. They've actually printed the green jerseys and they sell them at reasonable price. So you see a lot of people at the stadium actually wearing the green and black jerseys.
Replica by Icarius.
Yeah. Anyway, so lots of games to look forward to. We have to end on a very sad and tragic note, unfortunately. As the program started, we had news of the demise of Raphael Dramina. Very, very sad, very tragic. And, I don't know. Death is inevitable, but sometimes the manner in which, and he's just 28 years old, there's a lot already going out.